Hello everyone, welcome back to Showcase on Bloodborne. Took a couple of extra days, but nonetheless it's here. So today I wanted to look at a bit of an oddball, in my opinion anyway, for a firearm, the Piercing Rifle. A rifle engineered by the Auto Workshop, the precursor to the workshop in the Integral Hurricanes. Designed for hunting on narrow streets, this rifle has been optimized to cause, that's a weird word, perforation wounds, but it is unfit for reliably countering attacks. Alright, this already paints a bleak picture for a firearm in Bloodborne. But moving on from that, when I look at this weapon, it doesn't look like it's for Bloodborne. It doesn't fit into the motif very much. In fact, when I look at this, I think Trigun. And it's weird weapons in that show. Now that you know what I do with my spare time. Now, this weapon does look like more of a spear, if you will. When you say it's piercing, well, you definitely get that impression from it. But it looks like a giant umbrella with a sharp point affixed to the end. It looks improper, it looks unconventional, and it looks awkward, filling every criteria in terms of looks. Now, going on to the stats for the piercing rifle. Damage-wise, for the blood attack, you can see that, oh, okay, it has actually good decent damage here, and it has starting bonus damage. This is good. Going on to the Quicksilver bullet use, you can see it only uses one. I'm not sure why my firearms have durability, because, you know, they don't really break normally. And no other special stats to speak of. For the trio bonus, you get a D for blood tinge, which is okay to start with. And for your trio requirements, you need 9 strength, 10 skill, and 9 blood tinge. Okay, and here's the other stats page. I show this because some people will just mention, why didn't you show it? But otherwise, see, the blood attack is simply the only thing prevalence in here. Alright. Now, for the animation for the piercing rifle, it's awkward. You can see, firing is also awkward. However, the bullets do a nice little spiral. It's unique. Firing speed, it's more like the blunderbuss speed. You can do everything else normally with it. But let's go on to the upgrade. Now, when upgrading the weapon, you actually get quite a bit of stats out of this weapon, which is good. And it looks like the bonus damage is actually going to go somewhere. And already the trade bonus for bludgeons has went to a C. So yeah, this is actually working out in terms of upgrading. And now we're already at a B for blood tinge. It's like, okay, this is a weapon where blood tinge scaling actually works. On a firearm, finally. And even go to A if I took it to the next rank. And we'll go to an S in the max rank. It's a bit irrelevant if you ask me, but you see actually we get a bit of damage out of this. Now, how well does it do in combat? Well, in combat you can see that damage, it's okay. Could be better, could be worse. But I didn't really talk about what's the actual special thing about this weapon. Now, it doesn't take a leap of logic to assume piercing meaning to shoot through, and that's exactly what this weapon does. It shoots through opponents to hit the opponents behind them, as you see there. Now, this sounds like great on paper, but to be honest, this isn't exactly a situation you set up it easily. And not to mention, it's still slower than most other firearms, and you got that narrow strike view. So trying to do a parry with it, the timing is off and difficult. But back to what I was saying earlier. Now, I guess in the Chalice dungeons, there's lots of narrow corridors in there. But elsewhere, I'm not seeing where these tight corridors are. There isn't that many of them. In fact, I think it's less than 10% of the Bloodborne's environments are in the favorable conditions for this weapon. So I'm not sure where it's going. Not even that great for PvP either, because again, it's slow, and even if you do face multiple human opponents, they're not going to be back behind each other. That's a bad idea. Now moving on to the pros and cons of the piercing rifle. On the pros, it does puncture through enemies and hit multiple enemies behind them. It's the main function of the weapon. It also has functioning bonus damage compared to most other firearms, which is good. That's kind of it. Now on the cons, I was going to get colorful. The fire rate isn't particularly that great. It's pretty much the same as the blunderbuss. I when I compared the two of them. The timing for said parry attacks is a little off, since you must be very keen on where you're aiming on your opponent. Where Blunderbuss makes it easy to parry with its wide spread. Also, the projectiles aren't as fast as said Blunderbuss, despite being at the same firing speed. Alright, and the weapon is poorly optimized for PvP. This weapon is a bad idea for PvP, enough said. And it is not suitable for PvE either, because there's not many environments to take advantage of the, enemies in a lineup. I don't know, I think in Dark Souls it's more suitable for that kind of idea, but Bloodborne, the environment's a bit more open in most cases, aside from the Chalice dungeons. So yeah. Okay, enough of that, with pros and cons, let's go on to the score. Now, for damage, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's pretty much almost the same damage as pistol, but slower. Except it's slightly better, so it kind of evens out in that regard. Speed, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Even though it's as fast as the firing speed of a blunderbuss, the projectile speed is not. Bonus though, it's actually workable, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. That's actually usable. Miscellaneous, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. I'm not sure where this weapon's meant to fit in this game, but let me tell you, there's not very many places. Not PvP, or really anywhere in between much. So in total, I give the Piercing Rifle 19 out of 40. It's a bad weapon. Bad for Bloodborne. Now, going on to the extra damage, you can see that putting a blood gem on this weapon is actually worth it. The bonus damage has surpassed my base damage. Now, is there any big difference in terms of damage? Well, let's take a look. Although, don't hold your hopes too high now. I'm not going to be fighting this opponent. As you see, no real change. Scarcely a change at all, though I did get a critical hit there, which is nice. Alright, in conclusion, this weapon's an oddball, it's a weirdo, it's a black sheep, separated from the rest of the herd. That's a mean thing to say, but that is what this weapon is. It is not fit in this game. Sure, it's neat looking, but that's pretty much it for me. I don't see this weapon being functional at all in this game. But that's been Showcase for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching and hope to see you guys next time. Take care out there.